In this video, I want to talk about reflections. So we're still in section 2.5, and we need to think about what the impact is of a negative on the outside of the function. So let me find a good example here. I had one. So here's one, number 4. So describe how the given function can be obtained from the basic graphs. Now, we've got two things going on here. We've got we have a negative on the outside. This is an after the function evaluation, and then on the inside we have a -3, and that's a before. So you got to think about whether the action is taking place before the function evaluation or after. So the minus is an after, the subtract 3 is a before. So let's talk about what the impact is. So starting with just the x cubed function, so all of these are going to be x cubed. We're going to shift the graph to the right by 3. So let's find the right, shift right by 3. So right by 3, that's our C and D choices. And then this is going to cause a reflection. So this is going to do right by 3. Shift right by 3, and then the negative on the outside, what it does is it flips the whole graph across the x-axis. This is an x-axis reflection, and so let's see if we can find our answer here. So it is fx is x cubed. It's shifted the unit 3 units right and reflected across the x-axis. Now you got to make sure that it actually turns out that way. So let's start. Let me start with the original function. So x cubed is just a cubic-looking function like that. All right. Now, if you shift right by 3, let's do it in red. Right by 3, you get something like this. So this is x minus 3 cubed. And then when you do that reflection, we do it in blue, everything above the axis gets sent below, and everything below the axis gets sent above. So it's going to look something like this, negative x minus 3 cubed. Now let's verify it on our calculator, because you can't do this without verification. You know, there's too many things going on to rely solely on your thinking skills without a little bit of assistance. So let me just show you. So this is x minus 3. Let's see the impact of it first. I don't want to muddy everything up. So let's go in a standard window, which is pretty close to what we're looking at here. So here's x cubed, and here's x minus 3 cubed. We've already talked about that. It shifts you to the right by 3. Okay, now what is the impact of negating on the outside of the function? And here we go. And let's look at it. And so it's that one flipped. And so it looks pretty good. We definitely achieved it. Now let's talk about this graphing tool. The graphing tool is not obvious. So let me go to that assignment. Our assignment, this is 2.5. By the way, I'm on the syllabus, although we could have gotten here through the module. So maybe we'll do the module here a little bit. So homework 2.5 is what I'm talking about. And which problem are we on? We are on problem number 4. So let's go to problem 4. And it's going to be slightly different than the one I have printed there. So problem number 4 in the homework. All right. It has a negative x plus 3 instead of the minus on the inside. Now that's going to do a shift left 3 units, and still going to reflect across the x-axis. So I'm going to choose that. We also need, let me get my keyboard out. We need to put an x right here, and we need to cube it. Correct. Okay. And then I'm going to check the answer. Good job. Now it's going to say, what about now graph the solution. Now, it's a little tricky. You got to pick the shape of the function. So we're definitely doing a cubic shape. All right. right, and then when you go over here, let me see if I can make my screen a little smaller. Okay, so the trick with this tool is you've got to tell it some correct points, some points that are actually on the graph. Now go over here to your calculator. We can turn off these other, because we want the final graph, not the original, not the intermediate shift. We want that one, the final graph. Now if you hit trace, and now you can trace around and try to find some points on there. So that point is really important, right there in the middle. I would say that's 3. Now, our current graph, sorry, is got a plus sign. So we need to go to that one. I'm sorry. I remember we're in the homework, on the online homework right now. So it gets shifted to the left this time and then reflected. All right, now I'm going to turn off the intermediate one. Now what I'm doing is I'm hitting equals while I'm on the I'm hitting enter while I'm on the equals. So there's our graph. If you pop in a -3, you get a 0. So you definitely want to find -3, 0. And so you just click there. Okay. Now it looks like you just click anywhere, and then what you want to do is you got a vertical stretch. We're gonna do 0. Oops, sorry, 1 for vertical stretch. We're not gonna do any stretching, no shrinking. We're just shifting to the left by 3. Oh, that's a vertical shift. That's the wrong direction. Horizontal shift by 3 that way. And then we're going to reflect over the x-axis. Okay, there we go. And really that first click didn't matter. A hill of beans. So here we go. And then you just, you can get rid of that, check your answer, and very good. We did it. All right, we'll see you at the next video.